I've been working this grave shift, and I ain't made shit. I wish I could buy me a spaceship and fly.
I swear I do.
Past the sky.
GLC feel you, I feel you, man.
I've been working this grave shift, and I ain't made shit. I wish I could buy me a spaceship.
What up, squad? So we're looking at the Tokugawa RDA by Tendou. It's a really unique RDA. One of the most unique RDAs I've seen. They came out with the, I forget the other RDA that they did. I did a review on it. So what we're going to do in this review is we're going to dive down. We're going to take a look at it. I'm going to throw a build in it for you, the whole 9. We'll come back up. We'll vape on it. We'll talk on it. We'll do pros and cons, final thoughts from Mugger Stole My Book Bag. Would I go out and buy one? And then I'm also going to, after the review of this, we're going to look at a couple new e-liquids. Let's dive down now. Let's take a look at it, the whole 9. See you guys in a minute. Tokugawa RDA. Alright, this is the box that it comes in. It's manufactured and designed by Tendou. A nice, like out of Hawaii or something, man. They're really nice, flowery designs. So it has this like pull tab box, alright. You're going to get your little sticker here. Seal of authenticity. I think it's a sticker as well. Yeah, it's a sticker as well. This hereby certifies that the bearer of this card has received an official Tokugawa Series RDA exclusively designed and manufactured by Tendou. Okay. You're going to get your RDA. Spare O-rings. Beautiful color O-rings, man. A black O-ring and then these like bright yellow. I love the color of these O-rings. Grub screws and then this big nut that goes in the middle to block the bottom airflow. But we all like bottom airflow, so I will show you how that works. A chuff cap. Kind of like a District 5 chuff cap. See how it like bores up? Really wide. Alright. Nice yellow O-ring. I just love the color of the O-ring. Black in that color is no conical design on this one, but very nice. You're also going to get your RDA. Now these O-rings are really tight. It took me a while to get it off, so I'm trying to hold off putting it back together until I get e-juice on them. But yeah, it's got the side airflow and then it has bottom airflow. It has a beautiful flowery design on there. And then up top it's going to say Tokugawa. And it's going to have this this chuff top is 10.46 millimeters, so it's not really like it's pretty wide. Then this one is 13.4 millimeters. It's a 24 millimeter on the money in diameter RDA. This bad boy is made out of 303, 304 stainless steel construction. Never really seen that, so that's nice. Cross post designed for center coil construction, which is really nice. Gold plated brass contact. So that's a gold-plated brass contact, okay? 2.5 millimeter open post holes. Adjustable bottom airflow with bottom airflow seal cap, which I just talked about. Adjustable side airflow, which is here as well. 6 millimeter deep juice well on this. Wide bore drip tip, which is Delrin, in a jaw cap. 2.0, which is Delrin. 28 millimeter overall height, so it's 24 by 28 without the drip tip. It's got 2 O-rings. These O-rings are really tight, okay? On the bottom it will say Tokugawa, and then we'll have it in Japanese or Chinese. On the side I think that might be Japanese. And then Tendou Incorporated 2016, designed and manufactured by Tendou. Alright, gold plated brass 510 pin protruding. You can use on a hybrid, most definitely. Threads look really nice. Peak insulator. 2 O-rings, and then you have this ring as well that pops off kind of easily, and then that's the airflow you have for the bottom. So you can have that wide open, or you can close that down as well. You can have 2, you can have 1, whatever you'd like to do, okay? And then look at that deck, man. Just gorgeous. I took the grub screws out because I'm going to put a build in it. So this is your positive block, and that's your negative block. So you want to use these two on one coil, those two on the other coil. You know what I mean? And then that screw, that little screw here, screws into this thing. But it doesn't have like a Phillips or anything. So you have to kind of like do this and then screw it down, and you can shut off the bottom airflow completely. But I'm using it. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't want to use bottom airflow. But and it's pretty deep, you know, to the top of that pipe is where you can it's kind of a small positive pin. Ow! Oh, that fucking hurt. So then you can pop the positive pin out. Alright, good threads. And then there's that peak insulator. Alright, so these are the negatives, and that's the positive. Alright. So you can pop that back in. So you can pop that back in. Alright. Take your 510 gold plated brass. Get that in nice and snug. Now the post holes, they're a little sharp, so be careful. But threads look decent. Just on the outside, it's kind of sharp. All right, so I wish they, you know, I don't know, but I like the design of it. All right, that's held on by an O-ring as well. Okay, show you that real quickly. Love the design of it. Conical design inside of this one. Now, if you wanted to use that big chuff top, you know, you would pop it on like that. It would definitely look nice, but you know, you would get rid of that conical design. So you can pop that on, and then there's a nice tolerance with no e-juice on it to close it down and close it off. So, all right. But nice conical design in there, I like. So I'm gonna throw a build in this for you. It's leaking a little bit, but that's the close-up of the Tokugawa RDA. Alright, let's go back up to FaceTime and vape on this bad boy, talk on the pros and cons. See you guys back from the close-up on the Tokugawa RDA by Tendou VapeR. Really nice RDA. It's 24 millimeters in diameter, on the money. 303, 304 stainless steel. construction is very, very nice. I like how it has multiple different kinds of stainless steel. It's really cool. Gold-plated 510 brass connection, which is very nice. 6mm deep juice well. It is a pretty deep juice well, okay? And it comes with a wide bore, like almost like a District 5 chuff top. And it also comes with this chuff top. I'm using this chuff top because if you use the wide bore District 5, you lose the adjustability of the top airflow. And I think I like more of the bottom airflow wide open. But if I had the top and the bottom wide open, it would just be a little too much airflow for me. It's a really airy draw wide open. So I like it about a smidge open on the top and then fully open on the bottom. I don't have any leaking issues on this RDA. I thought I would get leaking issues just cause. I just bottom airflow. I thought there'd be leaking issues, but I mean, I fill this thing up and it doesn't leak. If I really, really, really fill it up, I might get a little gurgling, but it's pretty hard to get this to leak. You can fill it right up to the top of that brim and it won't leak on you. So that's really nice. You got bottom adjustable airflow and top adjustable airflow. The airflow options are limitless, so any build that you put in this, you can find the correct airflow for this RDA. Once the O-rings on the RDA, like I was saying, you know, the two O-rings that hold the AFC ring on was really, really snug when I first got it. Once you get juice on it, man, it really just like kind of pops off and then pops on very nicely. It makes a click. It's a beautiful, beautiful tolerance. The tolerance to the O-ring for the AFC ring on the top to adjust it is very nice as well. Once you have the AFC ring on, this bottom ring for the bottom airflow adjustable control, you can adjust it most definitely while it's on the device. It comes out to a very nice tolerance. When the AFC ring's off, it's loose. But once, you're not going to vape it without the AFC ring. So once you put it on, very nice, no issues. I really like the O-rings and the tolerances of this RDA, most definitely. I love the design of it. I love the looks of it. It gives me like a Hawaiian tropical feel. It just kind of like makes me happy just looking at it. I have it on the Minikin version 2, dual 18, 650, 180 watt box mod. I'll have a review on this soon. I'm still testing it. It's a 0.17 ohm build. It's dual coil Alien Claptons 28 gauge. I tried to put 24 gauge fuse Claptons in it, but there really wasn't enough room. There was enough room to clamp it down, but there wasn't enough room for the cotton. You can't put really, really big coils in this for a dual coil. You could put a single coil, any build you want, easily, no problem. But if you want to put dual coils in here, you know, you could probably do maybe 26 gauge Aliens, but 26 gauge, like intricate builds are kind of pushing it. 24 gauge, like fuse Claptons, dual, forget about it. It just won't work. It will not work. But 28 gauge works pretty nice. 26, you still might have a little bit of a tough time. Just do less wraps. Whatever you're comfortable vaping, whatever's most safe for you, definitely do that. I'm not saying go crazy on it and put like a 24 gauge Alien with 4 wraps on or anything like that. I'm just saying that, you know, 24 gauge, 26 Aliens and fused and staples and stuff like that, you might have a little bit of a tough time putting a dual coil in it. 110 watts on the Minikin version 2. Really enjoying this thing. Let's have a vape. It's a 24 millimeter RDA, but then the posts go in, right? And then the posts are like maybe 2.5 millimeters thick because the post holes are 2.5 millimeters in diameter. So the thickness of the walls are 2.5 millimeters in diameter. So it really turns out to be like a 24 down to like a 22 down to like a, you might have like 18 millimeters in diameter to build on. I know, I wish they kind of made it a 25 millimeter or maybe even a 30. It's just, I got it in there. It works great. It's just, you can't really put big dual coil builds in it. You really have to think about, you know, I got to put cotton in here after the build. And I got it to work. It's in there. And what I do is I drip on top, and then I stick the dripper on the sides of each coil, like on the sides there where the cotton isn't, and then I fill up the well, and it goes down to the bottom of the well, and it fills up. So This has been working like a dream, though. It doesn't get in the way of the airflow. It's a nice swooshy airflow. I've been enjoying the RDA, guys. Tremendous flavor. I mean, I've been saying it lately, but this has got one of the best flavors I've had. I really enjoying this RDA. I mean, the color O-rings are just beautiful. I think it looks nice with the black. You know, if I took this off, that looks nice. Black on black. I like the chuff top, but I wish they made it so that you still were able to adjust the airflow, because I don't like this thing wide open. I could close down the bottom airflow, but that bottom airflow really adds to the flavor. I wish they made it so you could still adjust it with this chuff top. If you could, I'd leave this chuff top on. So this e-liquid comes in this like cone thing. I got a vanilla bean. Even when you take the top cap off, it looks like you're looking down at a flower. Quite an RDA, man. I think they did a phenomenal job on the machining, the tolerance of the O-rings, the build quality. Now the post holes, the grub screws, you have to be careful. You can definitely strip it out if you don't make sure that grub screw is directly straight and then start screwing it down. If you start screwing it down a little bit of an angle, you could possibly strip the thread. So I want to mention that you definitely got to be careful. They're flathead grub screws. So if you like flathead grub screws, it's really nice. They give you flathead grub screws. They don't give you Allen key grub screws. I kind of wish they gave you both. You have plenty of airflow options for people that like very restrictive or very airy draws. This caters to anybody that likes drippers. So the post holes are a little sharp on the outside. You definitely want to be careful about that when you're, don't rub your hand by it or, lick it or something, or, because sometimes I like to lick a little bit when juice is running off. I don't know. I'm a weirdo, I guess. I don't know. But definitely want to be careful when the grub screws are out. When they're out, it's a little bit sharp on the edges. I wish, Tendou, if you're paying attention, I wish that you kind of buffed that out, machined it a little bit finer. The way the post holes are designed on this RDA, there's really not too much they could do about it, because you had to have the room for the screws to go in. And that brings me to my next, it's a con. In order to get your leads in this, you have to take the grub screws fully out, put your builds in, and then put the grub screws back in. It's kind of similar to the, I just did a review on it, silent RTA. You had to take the grub screws out to put the build in and then put the grub screws in. It's just tedious. It's just a tedious thing. It's a subjective con. Some people, it might not be a big deal to people, but to me, when you're doing a lot of builds and you're dealing with a lot of products, and you kind of, if you swap out builds a lot and you want to get this RDA, I just need to mention it. It might be a little tedious for you to put builds in and out. It's a very unique design of the deck. Like, there's the pipe that goes up, so you have a very deep juice well. I like how they did that. The airflow's in the middle, and there's a pipe just like the Kennedy, except there's one pipe. That pipe hole is, I think it's about maybe 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters in diameter. Give you the big chuff top or the small. I like the this drip tip, but I feel like the Goon might fit. Oh, the Goon's drip tips will fit the Tokugawa. But this was made for the Goon, okay? And it fits on there very nicely. You can get this drip tip at Big Tips. All right, I'll put that in the description for you guys as well. Tendou, I hope you did it on purpose. If a mugger stole my book bag, you guys know, I would buy this in a heartbeat. So you can find this RDA at TendouVaper.com. Link on screen and description. That's where it's sent from. That's where you can find it. They are selling it on their website as well. They do have a shop. And it's $60 for this RDA. Now, it comes in a couple different colors. Okay, it comes in stainless steel, which I have, black, matte, PVD. Oh, in rose gold. Stainless steel is the most inexpensive. It's $60 for the RDA in stainless steel. It's $65 for the black matte PVD, which is out of stock on their website right now. And then it's $70 for the rose gold. Okay, and that's out of stock right now as well. These things are selling like hotcakes, and I can see why. They're beautiful. They work great. They have tremendous flavor, awesome vapor production, and plenty of airflow options. I'll put it in the description where you can find this stuff. That's what I got for you today, squad. I hope you found this video helpful or informative. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, share, subscribe. Comment down below if you have any questions or concerns regarding these products or anything else for that matter. I give you content daily, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Don't waste your effing bandwidth not being subscribed to this channel. Remember, squad, stay juiced up. Smoking is gone, vaping is on. Let's vape on.